Good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to be back and able to record for you again. So our bad weather is gone, and I thought I would record this video before the eclipse happens. My son's school did give all the students the day off, so you might hear him at some point in the background. And they did give us eclipse glasses. They aren't really glasses, it's more of like this weird sheet you can look through to look at the eclipse. I don't know if he's going to be willing to with his autism and whatnot, but I digress. Today I have a cross-stitch haul of 5 kits from Paint Some Way, and 3 of these are kits I've been wanting for a very long time and finally bit the bullet. So let's look at what I got. This is going to be the first kit, and it comes with your tools. I think this is a little dolphin cartoon one, and I'm not going to go over this for every kit, but they do all come with a tool kit, at least the ones that come in the cellophane bags. You get a needle threader, 5 needles safely held in place by a pom-pom, and an adjustable ring, which is a thimble. Okay, this is the first image of the first kit I grabbed. All of these but one will be 11 count, so this one is 11 count and it shows you right up here. I just thought it was super cute. I have one other space girl. It's kind of purpley. She has a bunch of flowers and she does have the helmet on, but this one was just nice because it had the pinks, yellows, and blues in there as well as the cute little cat. So I thought I would at least grab her so my other kit has a partner in crime. Instructions in case you are new to cross stitch. They tell you how to separate strands, about washing it, and the different types of stitches you may come across. Right. Not a super large pattern. Let me see if I can find what size this kit is. Right, this kit is 40 by 56 centimeters. Let me bring her photo back up again really quick. And let me tell you really quick what she costs. I'll put an image of this on screen now because this is a little bit fuzzy. And this kit cost $10.99. And since it isn't a listing of others, it says this one is style 17. So this is on that tear-proof paper. All of these will be, except for the odd kit out, but you'll know which kit it is when I get to it. This one, I believe, is by the company. This is Warm Prompt on it. I'll see when I get to the fabric. And it looks like there's a fair bit of confetti in some spots and then some color blocking in the background, but you can definitely make out her face and her cute little eyes, and then you can see her neck, you know, the collar of her suit and her suit, so you know there's going to be definition there and that the detail is going to be coming through. And I don't see any smudging or smearing on this paper pattern. And they do mark some of the color blocking areas for you, so you don't have to go look it up on the legend. And down here it shows you that it's 39 by 55 centimeters. And just a reminder, it says 40 by 56 on the website. And then down here it says it's 147 by 216 stitches. But I thought she was cute, and there are 34 colors, before I forget to tell you that as well. And it looks like there's a really nice variety of different stitches, or symbols I should say. Because I don't really see a whole lot of similar ones except for maybe these blues. And then there's also a dark green and light green. Right, I'll put that. It's probably gonna get covered up, but I'm putting it there. Alright, so if you saw my last video with the little dinosaur kits from this brand, it's kind of the same fabric. It feels like they went back to either cheaper or thinner fabric. Again, I don't know if this is because it makes it easier to wash or what, but it does feel a little bit more scratchy than I'm used to, but I know this is the fabric that loosens up more quickly and makes it easier to work with. Now, the symbols are all the same as the paper pattern, which was to be expected because it's the same image, only this one's on the fabric. And it's a little bit faint. It's not the boldest printing. They look a tiny bit off center, but that's okay. It's not to a point where I can't tell what symbol is in which square. So I'm definitely going to need to work under a light for this one. And I don't really think we need to stare at the open fabric too much because it is the same image. But real quick, they do serge it so it doesn't fray. It looks like they cut it too short right here, so this part will probably come undone a little bit and fray a tiny bit up here. But you can probably just get some fabric tack and just dab it up in there or get some tape. Alright, floss drops for this kit secured with a rubber band. And remember, I think it was 34 colors. Yep, remember we have 34 colors. Let me put that image right up here for us. And I'm just going to kind of flip through these since I don't want to take them all out. Little pastel purple or lilac, whatever you want to call it. This is probably where the background color is going to be. So the colors are definitely toned down in this one. I'm not seeing a whole lot of the color that you would consider her hair color. But you never know what it's going to look like until you stitch it. But it does have all of the colors in there. It has some of the yellows, though be it not the prettiest yellows. I think whatever program they use for this has trouble rendering blues, yellows, and like skin tones for some reason. They tend to just make it all white. So this might be another instance where I'm gonna have to go and pull from my own stash to get her skin tone. Now, if you don't like doing that, I have previous videos that I showed you some of my favorite colors for certain skin tones. But I will link you to a really cheap site shop on AliExpress where you can get 10 of the little skeins of thread for like $1, if even that. And so it's super cheap and they'll give you a ton. And that's kind of where I go to buy my extra floss colors when I'm modifying a large kit. That way I know I'm not going to run out and I'm not breaking the bank trying to get it. And they also do, at least for me, ship faster than just asking the site I bought this from to send me some of that color. Because if you're modifying the kit and not doing it as instructed, chances are they might not want to send you more of that color when you're misusing it. So I just tend to source it from AliExpress. Okay, so that was kit number 1. Alright, so kit number 2 I'm just going to show you this because this one did come with a number, and I have never had one that didn't come with like an animal or butterfly or something on it. So maybe this is like a diamond painting bag or something. I don't know. So this is one I've wanted for over a year, pretty much since I started my YouTube channel. But back then, I didn't have access to the funds I needed to get this one. Even though it was only $20 back then, you know, that was quite a bit for me. And it just kind of got lost in my favorites, but I rediscovered it since they relisted it on the website, and I was so happy to remember it. So I did get this one. It is called Style 8. I'm not sure what other styles are under this listing, but I will link everything in the description box down below, as well as some discount codes. And like I did say, she cost $20. I'll put a photo on the screen now for you. And she is 50 by 90 centimeters and also an 11 count. And I just love her. She's so cute. She has pointed ears, which some of you may remember. I have surgically modified ears that are also pointed. And I mean, I don't have horns, but yeah, and it's just so cute. I love the dark colors with the contrasting red and stuff. And just, I don't know, her blonde hair reminds me of when I was younger. So I just thought she was cute. Same as last one, it does have instructions on the sheet. I'm going to fold this, create my own crease. So I can show the full pattern better. So, not super big as a pattern. Still tear-proof paper. This one only has 32 colors. And I've been thinking about this since I noticed this image. At least right here you can see it has like a frame around it. I'm not going to be doing all of this. I'm just going to save myself the time and skip that part, and then I'll have a wider border around my stitching just to make it possibly easier to frame or something. But as you see, lots of color blocking and a little tiny bit of confetti. Her eyes are nicely defined. No smudging on this pattern. But do keep in mind, if you get these patterns wet, you can ruin them just as easily as if you get the washable canvases wet. I just think this is so adorable. I love that I can make out all of the flowers and the textures in her jacket and her face. Even through all that confetti, I can make her face out clearly. And I just think she is going to be a hoot to stitch. Let's look at that canvas. I probably should move this. I always put the picture there as if it's going to do anything. So this is a larger canvas. Still serged. Also 11 count, as you can see. And this goes back to the nicer fabric. This one has the nicer Aida, or at least the Aida I prefer, which is really good because I like my Aida to stay a bit firmer when I work on it. Yep. It says warm prompt, which to me makes me feel like this is a Yishu kit. It doesn't really matter, and I'm not even sure if these brands they are listing always have the same canvases or styles, because I know a few of them have said one thing but it looked like another, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But again, it doesn't matter as long as the image is nice, the colors are there, and you can see what you're making, like all the detail. I really don't think it matters. So she is going to be 190 by 320 stitches, give or take, because again, I'm not doing that border. And this is obviously a full coverage. I think she's so cute. I cannot wait to do her. With her little horns and everything. I'm going to try not to take forever today on these. I'm already at 17 minutes before editing. Alright, lots of floss. with this one. Again, with the rubber band. Just really quick, look at all of those colors. So she looks like she was rendered nicely because she has that large variety of bright and dark colors that I expected from this. But also notice how this is probably going to be her hair color along with some of this one, which tells me that her face is probably going to be a lot of white, which means I am going to replace it, but that's fine. I have a lot of skin tones saved in backup, because I also did, a while ago, I had a few kits of some cute little black girls with like neon green outfits and just like cute little pins and buttons all over her shirt, kind of like, what's the style called? Fairy Key? No, I don't think that's it. It's slipping my head right now, but it's like a super fun, cutesy style. And I didn't really think that the tone they chose for her was appropriate either. So I just went ahead and made a skin tone stash from that shop on AliExpress that sells a bunch of different flosses for super cheap. That way I can make people more color accurate, because let's be honest, black people aren't literally black when it comes to cross stitch, and white people aren't literally white. We are a rainbow of colors, and I wanted to reflect that appropriately in my cross stitch. And I know it's not the creator's fault because they do use AI to render it, but you know, I am a human, so I'm gonna correct it and make it more respectable and accurate. So these are the colors. You see it's kind of like a purple. Curious to see where that will come in. This looks to be her hair colors. Actually, let me check what color her skin is so I know if I need to put this aside for floss adjustments. 06, I think it says. Let's see what 6 is. 6 is 225. Okay, I'll just have to remember that when I get to it. Lots of the background and jacket color. Can't even grab it. I don't have nails on. I should have probably did my nails. 131. I like this one. Some really nice colors in here. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of bright purple. I have no clue where that's gonna go. Let me check this bag. Y11CT 6552. Yep, it says it's the right colors, so I'll trust them. I'm just a little curious about purple. Maybe it goes in the flowers. Alright, here it is, 225. So that one I think is accurate, so because it's not just a white this time, and since that does kind of match the image, as long as the colors shading her face are a little darker, I think that is okay, even though it does make her a bit more darker, but you know, this image is washed out compared to the digital rendering. So I think I'm just gonna leave this kit alone, and if I get to it, I'll show you guys how it came out. And I did start one of my Tulip girls, and she was one of the kits where I first started noticing the serious issues with like pinks, blues, and like skin tone renderings and choices. I might just go up and do her face without modifying it, so you guys can see what happens when I don't change it. That way you have the comparison, but it looks like in this one they either did really good or they corrected the issue. Lots of white, which I hope goes in her hair. Some more purple, and then kind of faded pinky red, rosy red. Right, let's see if I can get these back in the van. I'm gonna try my best. This is a thick bundle. Come on. Alright, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. And in case you have never used these before, let me show you how I make them fit back in the bag they came in, because the floss does come in its own bag. I fold it in thirds. I mean, you don't have to make it that narrow. Just kind of like that, in thirds. This is the bag width, but I won't put this in the bag on camera. I will not do that injustice to your ears. Alright, kit number 2 done. I'm gonna stop talking so much in these next ones. I feel like I mentioned everything of relevance at this point, and let's get through the other 3. Alright, so it's almost 11:30 right now where I am, and my son is still not up, so I'm sorry if you hear some mild music in the background. I put on the if I can speak, the Hey Bear Sensory YouTube channel, which is basically just dancing fruit and veg. My son really is into it, even though he's 5. Again, as some of you may know, he is fairly up there on the spectrum, and he's been really into visual stimulation lately, and so the music plus the dancing fruit has really been, you know, comforting, I guess. I can't tell you what's going on in his head, but yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear that. So this is the 3rd kit. This is another one I've wanted for a while. I believe I saw this done by the DIY brand a while ago, and so I did not purchase it. But then I saw it from a different one that was not labeled as DIY, so I took a chance, and I think it paid off, because you can tell it's not DIY. So I love this one. You guys know I love my girl images, which is weird because when I first started this channel, I said I'm not big on like people photos and stuff like that, but I'm all about the people photos now, and anything with like marine life, space, and plants, I eat it up. So I'll put a digital photo of this on screen now. She is obviously an 11 count because she is not the one that isn't, and she cost $14.99, and she is 50 by 70 centimeters. Alright, just like every other kit, we have our instructions. Let me fold this again so we can see the pattern better. So this pattern is slightly larger than the last one, not meaning it's a bigger canvas, but the fact that the printing is larger. Ooh, and she goes up to 40 colors. Wow. She does not look like she needed 40 colors, but I'm happy they're there. Alright, I can see the jellyfish clearly. Love that. You can see that they really made the effort to do the gradient here of the background, which I love. Her face is up here. You can see her jawline, her mouth, her nose, her ear, and then just some of the jellyfish floating around her. So cute. Again, a lot of color blocking in the background and such. I tend to gravitate towards images with very plain backgrounds and then just like an artistic pose or something in the foreground or main focal point of the image. I don't know why. Don't ask me. That's just kind of what I'm into these days. Alright, she is 190 by 277. Sorry I keep saying alright so much. I'm out of practice. It's been a few days. That and a lot of my other videos were previously recorded, but I'm actually recording this one today, the day of the eclipse. So there's your proof that I recorded this one today. just looking back and forth. So there's also a gradient in her face in the image, and I'm seeing that they did make an effort to do that here as well. There's a bit more color blocking in this than I was expecting, so we'll see how that turns out. My biggest concern is kind of down here in the shoulder area with all the jellyfish kind of covering her. I feel like if I had to choose a starting point that wasn't my normal bottom left, it would be up here for this one, just to see how that rendering comes out and if I want to make any adjustments. But I think it'll be fine because in the main photo it's pretty bright anyways, so it's not like we can exactly see it regardless. Again, no smudging or smearing on this. Love it. She's so pretty. And I do actually, I've since found, since purchasing this, the name of this artist. I know she does commissions and stuff like that. I've seen her do some for music channels I used to follow, like Suicide Sheep and stuff like that, which can be either like techno-y, there we go, or a lot of like relaxing techno stuff. I'm not sure if that's the music they still make, but yeah, she's done a few commissions for them and stuff. And I believe the next kit I'm going to show you is actually one of those commissions. Needless to say, I would not have purchased these if I knew this was from her. I just liked these because I guess I kind of remembered them from back in my YouTube music days, but I don't really listen to music anymore. Unless it's like soft country my son is playing. Yes, my autistic son loves country all of a sudden. Okay, the canvas surged, and we're back to the durable fabric, the nicer quality, I like to call it. This is kind of big. 50 by 90 was the last one. This one's like 50 by 70. Okay, so this is almost up there in size with the previous kit I just showed you. But this one's very saturated. Not the most saturated, which is good. It's not hurting my eyes. Very clearly printed, which is why I like this Ada better. Alright. I don't believe I saw tentacles on the jellyfish in the main image, because for a minute there I was gonna ask, where are their little tentacle things, or tendrils, whatever you call them. But that is her. Again with the floss drops. I always seem to pick this brand or manufacturer because, I don't know, I guess they just make or tend to gravitate towards making the images I like most. But I do know Stitching with Laura has found some beautiful kits from the manufacturers that use these as well. And I gotta say, I might have to go back through her videos because there were a few that I really wanted. So if I ever get the money to just be like, hey, I'm gonna buy something, I will. But at this point, I'm just waiting for the rest of my other orders to roll in. I have so many that are rolling in, and I still have so many to review because of when they went on break for the Chinese New Year. I ordered stuff and it didn't come for months, and now all of it's coming at once and I'm like overwhelmed. I have so much stuff on top of my really big Temu order I haven't gone over yet. Oh. Hold on, these are both marked as 939, but maybe I'm crazy. I was going to say one looks darker, but I think I'm just going crazy. I'm just going to flip through a little faster. Oh, there's 310. Ooh. Nice. All right, yeah. Shake them back out. Speaking of other YouTubers, since I already brought up Laura, I haven't heard from Desert Owl Crafting in a while. I've commented on a few of her videos trying to touch base. I've checked her community tab, and her YouTube doesn't seem to have links to a Facebook or anything like that. I had her email because we were in contact once upon a time, but I can't find it now. My emails automatically delete via a security program I have on my PC. So if anyone's heard from her, please let me know. I'm worried. She hasn't posted in a while. And, you know, I just like to make sure everyone I follow is okay. Here's the colors kind of together. There is a lot of green, but I'm also noticing now there's some green in here. So I think this is going to be really cool. I didn't even think about the fact that it's green and not just dark blues. It truly is a gorgeous image. Right, let's get this put away. That was kit 2. Lovely, cute space girl. Oh, sorry, kit 2. That's kit 3. Okay. Well, this one looks a little bit stretched, but we'll see. This is my 4th kit. As you can see, it has a fish and a girl in it. Oops. Lots of color blocking in this one. And if you remember, or if you've been subscribed long enough, I did actually have this as a paint by number, and I started it, but the thinness of the paint was so bad that even like 3 layers was not covering the numbers, so I gave up on her, and I just kind of let my son use the paint for funs, you know, funsy stuff, painting, making me more pictures that I will use, put on my fridge. So I decided to just get it as a cross stitch instead, even though I probably won't get to it until 30 years after my death. But it's there if I want to start it, or I could resell it, who knows. But I thought she was adorable. I'll put the digital photo on screen now. She cost $15.99, and she is also a, well, she's the opposite. The last one was a 50 by 70. She is a 70 by 50. Also 11 count. It doesn't say which style, so maybe she was in her own listing. I'm just kind of looking at my receipt right now, but again, I will link everything down below. She's just so cute. It's simple. Beautiful girl, short hair, nice simple background, but it kind of is like a statement piece. Okay, instructions are on here, but I'm gonna keep this part folded for now. This paper pattern is back to being teensy weensy. She has 32 colors, which I think might be more than they gave me for painting this, but you know, that's kind of expected. So since it's very minimal, you can just see tons of color blocking. This is something I can do when I'm sick or stuck in bed. And you know, just the regular. The fish is super defined though, and so is she because of this, because they are the main focal points. So the program probably made easy work of charting this. Even though it's small, it is super clear. I don't see any smudging. Let me bring you closer. And they do have 3 shades of blue over here I'm seeing, and 2 shades of solid green, and then a red and an orange. So we'll see what that looks like on the canvas. I think I folded this wrong. I'm not too good at this. Let me, okay, I got this. Look at me. We are back to the dustier, crunchier looking fabric with this one. Oh, this one's pretty faded. All right. Still serged. Legend readable. I'm gonna turn her sideways. You can see right away how less saturated, or how much less saturated this is. Wow, I'm really struggling. You can still make her out though. I'll pull her close in a minute and we'll see. This will definitely wash out easier though, if that is of any comfort. And again, this feels like the Ada that will get softer more quickly. Let me fold her and bring her up closer. Yeah, faded, a little bit hard to read for me. I think this is pink. And I think this is orange arrows. What I really want to notice or look at is... Okay, so the orange and the red squares are very easy to tell apart, so that shouldn't be a problem. My next problem, or only problem I guess, would be... I think those are the hashtag symbol, and then there's like solid green, and then this one I can't really tell what that is. So there's some problem areas, but you know, it's gonna be easy to find the spot on the canvas I need to be looking at to resolve that. Again, that's just kind of why I like the other fabric, but I haven't washed any that was on the other fabric I like. I've only ever completed kits on the thinner, cheaper fabric that gets soft easily. And, well, not completed, almost completed. You'll see it when it's done. I'm almost done the first girl image I ever started, which will be my first completed 11 count, and I'm really excited for it. We got some clingers. Lots of bright, beautiful colors in here. This one I think is going to be beautiful because it didn't have to render a whole bunch of different shades, or at least a whole bunch of different colors. Definitely a bunch of different shades. I think this one's going to be gorgeous because the colors alone. I'm just gonna... Oh, there's purple. I think that's gonna go like in the front bit of her hair. Yeah. Wait, saw that backgroundy blue. More of the background. I think the rest is just all background except for this guy. So yeah, not a whole lot of different colors, but this is definitely one of those mindless stitches, or one of those ones you can pick up and complete most of without thinking about it, because all of the different background, or all of the background, not the different background. It's pretty much all the same background. What am I talking about? It's just beautiful. I love simplicity sometimes. I think it gets underrated. Kit number 4. Okie dokie. Kit number 5, real quick before I get into this one. I just want to know, do I post videos that are too long? Because I can definitely shorten them. It's just I like to get everything done and out of the way, and I know people can always favorite the video and come back to it later. But let me know, do you prefer shorter or longer videos? I'm a long video girly. I like my videos to be long because I don't want to stop every 10 to 15 minutes to find a new video to watch when I'm crafting. Alright, this is a Joy Sunday. Their instructions are the same as on the other kits, but on the back. And this one was a freebie. Originally they cost $5.99 unless you meet the threshold. The threshold I had to do was spend over $30, get one blind box, and this is what they gave me. I do want to say really quick, just to make it more obvious to people, there seems to be a lot of confusion on where Joy Sunday comes from. So there is a manufacturer. You can find them on Alibaba and all of their information on their site there as well. They aren't called NKF on there. I could possibly try and find them again and link them, but they actually manufacture these kits. So let me show you. They manufacture the kits, and this is basically it. The only thing that changes when it becomes a Joy Sunday is slap their own cover sheet in it, and boom, bam, it's suddenly Joy Sunday. But they are a manufacturer of these kits, and you will see every kit you find from any Joy Sunday wannabe on their website. They are not Joy Sunday wannabes. These all belong to Needle Kung Fu. Just wanted to clear that up so people know, you know, where these come from. They're all from the same manufacturer. They're not wannabes, they're not knockoffs or rip-offs. They're just the same kits from the same manufacturer, but they put their own cover photo in it. And I hope that makes sense. All right, and I know you can hear my son stomping. He is happily awake now. Thank goodness, because he has to wake up early for school tomorrow. This is my 5th kit freebie, obviously. It is a 14 count Easter kit. Again, I did not pick this, it was a blind box, but I think this is so adorable. It's got the nice purple flowers, the little basket with the eggs, and a cute little bunny. And this was suiting. I did get this before Easter, I just haven't gotten around to recording the kit. I'm so sorry. So this is a 14 count, and it is 32 by 31 centimeters, and this would cost $5.99 through the blind box, but you couldn't choose it. I don't know where to find this on their website as of right now, nor do I think I have the time today to go scrolling through it, but this is an option in a blind box. All right, this one does have French knots and backstitch. I see 33 colors total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 backstitch and 1 Frenchy French knot. And they do have page separation. Give me one moment. All right, page 1 and 2, and their paper patterns do not match the pattern on their fabric. Their paper patterns tend to mimic the actual colors you're going to be stitching. And then we have pages 3 and 4. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the paper pattern. I'm not going to show it too long. Alright, canvas, not that big at all. Lots of color blocking in here, no serious confetti anywhere. You can see the gradient, but yes, definitely does not look like the paper pattern. This is really nice quality Aida, and the printing is super clear. Joy Sundays are pretty much one of the best kits, especially with how much style, or styles, how many styles. Wow, can I talk today? I can't ever talk. What am I saying? Alright, I'm not seeing a red plus anywhere, so that's good. Just making sure there's nothing confusing. They do include the French knot and backstitch on here, but I don't use it on this. I use it off of the paper pattern, as I like to wash before I add in French knots and backstitch, so my backstitch doesn't become all loose and weird. Alright, we have the 33 colors. It looks like they are on 2 separate floss cards, so let me pop those apart. Okay, colors 1 through 15, and these do come on the card that tell you how many strands, the DMC, and then they show you an example, so you can just double check that you've got the right color. So 1 through 15. (16 through 30). And 31 through 33. Though Joy Sunday does not tend to come with, hold on, let me put these down, toolkits. They do come with 2 needles always stamped in a baggie. Unless you get a pretty large kit from them, they will give you more than 2 needles. Here's just the colors all together. Super cute and beautiful. This is a really nice Easter image. I've seen a lot of them on the websites, and I gotta say, I didn't see this one, but this is probably my favorite. And then, whomp. just gonna fold this back up in there. That way I can slide it right back into the package. And this was kit number 5. Okay, everybody. Well, that was my haul for today from Paint Some Way. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. Just a reminder, let me know if you've heard from Desert Owl Crafting or had a contact with her lately. I am worried. It's been a while. And give the video a like if you liked it. Let me know if you liked any of these kits or which are your favorite or would be your favorite. And subscribe if you haven't already, because I could use some more crafty friends. I review and do diamond painting, cross stitch, and others. I have hopefully a review for an other craft coming soon, which I haven't had the opportunity to do in a while, but I saw a company was doing a clear out sale, and so I bought a bulk of some kits that I hope you guys like. It is hand sewing though. Alright, well that's pretty much all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much for even clicking my video and giving me any time of day. Spread love, hugs and kisses, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!